Look there inside of Lumen Field in the Soto District of Seattle. Tonight, a good one straight ahead. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Seattle Seahawks. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. That's Harrison Butker, set to get things started. And we are underway in the Pacific Northwest. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft. Out of USC, it's Sam Darnold.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you. A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Seattle.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. Got it with Smith in Jigba. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Darnold. Quick one to Smith and Jigba. He's got room at the 30, and he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
They'll run here, and it's Charbonnet. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal. Charbonnet trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
I typically like to see the play-action pass on the early downs, Mike. Now they find themselves on 3rd down. The defense is more prepared for the pass. They get stopped twice with the run. Do they go back to it a 3rd time and take their chances?
In motion is Barner. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on 3rd and short.
Still 3rd down.
So can the defense come up with the early stop here on 3rd and goal? From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Nico Remigio to bring it back. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on deck, it just gets a little bit more special. I mean, to witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're likely to witness something special. And needless to say, I think we're all pretty excited for this one.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down. He'll get this up past the 40-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Mahomes going to throw here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it's going to be 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Just what the punter's hoping to do. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. Starting this drive on the ground, here comes Charbonnet. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
At the 16-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Charbonnet. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Again, they'll give it to Charbonnet. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2 as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5.
Gain of 6.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. Gonna fire, deep ball for Rice. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he's going to be taken down, but there are 1, 2, 3 flags on the field. I don't think this is going to stand. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Patrick to throw. Out wide, setting up the screen for Rice. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. That's complete left side to Worthy. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 3rd down, Mahomes. This one caught at the 4. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a first and goal.
Kansas City Chiefs.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up first and goal.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That is caught, and he's in. Garrett Wiley, touchdown, Kansas City. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Chiefs 7, Seahawks 3.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Corey Horton now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On play action, here's Darnold. He's got the Alabama product, Robbie Oots. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Seems like the fullback is kind of the last of a dying breed, but we see them used occasionally in the run game. But man, when you have a guy that you can target in the passing game, it just adds one more layer for a defense to have to worry about.
And a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only 1.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Quick throw going to be caught by Worthy. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
Mahomes now on second down. A quick slant that is caught by Kelsey. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Now a 3rd and 2. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's to the 15. And he will get into the end zone. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Chiefs. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Makes the score, Chiefs 14, Seahawks 3.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Charbonnet the back, and he goes straight ahead. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. A big play for Seattle, and even 30 yards.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
Darnold now on 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter. You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Darnold to throw again. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Third and short yardage, and here's Darnold. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Darnold to the air once more. He's going to run it. And nice work there. Go into a slide and gain about 7.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. To the goal line and in. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Next to score, Chiefs 14, Seahawks 10.
Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. And no return here. This is a touchback.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Chiefs offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. Throwing now, Mahomes. A throw on the move is caught. He's close to a first down. To gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Mahomes now to throw on second down. Taking off.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. A play fake. Now it's Mahomes. Pass is caught by Gray, right side. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
At the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They'll try to sneak it here, and he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and 3. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
2-yard gain on the play.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup. I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
A first down throw for Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On second down, Mahomes. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. That is caught. He gets the hook up with Rice. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball, winning on third down.
And he will score! Tyquan Thornton, touchdown KC.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half.
Chiefs 21, Seahawks 10.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, here comes Horton. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Jackson Smith and Jigba ready to get back to work. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. In motion is Barner. On first down, they'll start with Charbonnet. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Jeffrey Bossa there to bring him down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. They'll run it out of the gun with Charbonnet. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
And that is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Quick throw there on the RPO is broken up. And no time to get the separation there. And the incompletion is going to bring up 3rd down.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
He's got his man. That's Horton. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second and inches. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
Devin Witherspoon on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the Seahawks 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's second down and 2. To throw is Mahomes. He'll step up and run, and Mahomes, as smart as they come, hits the deck, but he's got the first down.
That's another Kansas
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Chiefs are going to be set up first and goal. Couldn't reach the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, like, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a success.
And he'll take it on in. Tyquan Thornton. Touchdown, Kansas City. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, here comes Horton. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. And a nice job, able to dance away, get forward for a pickup of a half dozen.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
From the gun, on third down, it's Darnold. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. Darnold to throw. That's complete on the tight end screen.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
There's just so many ways this offense can beat you, Mike. He adds such a layer to this offense with their ability to use him as a designed runner, and we can see there as he picks up the first down.
Smith and Jigba there for the catch. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And that'll set up 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he will have the Seahawks first down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
Yeah, sometimes these coaches want to overthink it. They want to dial up these super tricky plays and try to outthink themselves sometimes. And you find yourself here on 4th and real short. Something easy, something your guys have repped a million times. Win the battle up front and pick up a fresh set of downs.
They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Throwing, Darnold. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. Darnold now to throw, and he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. It's incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
They'll try and throw. Here's Darnold. And he's in. Cooper up. Touchdown, Seattle.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there. Ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Makes the score, Chiefs 38, Seahawks 17.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run right. Here's Walker. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
2nd and 7.
Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards.
Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down. Try and run it with Walker. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line. Now Seattle will use the final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. They proved much the best in this one. They get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory.